Your website could be the reason your business isn't growing. You might be generating traffic, but it's just not working properly by converting them users. We've helped over 700 businesses get online and then get found onto page 1 of Google using these 9 core principles. In this video, I'm going to share real examples from real websites that help you go from a struggling website to actually absolutely blowing up your business online and generating consistent leads. And these are the exact same principles that we still use till this day in our agency for all of our clients. So don't forget to watch until the end, subscribe if you're loving the video so far. Let's jump into point 1. Principle 1 will be to have a clear value proposition. So if anybody lands on your website, they can understand what you do as a business and who you service as a business in under 5 seconds. Without this, you're just another business in a customer's eyes. There's nothing really separating yourself or even providing value right away that relates to that potential client. Let me show you an example of how it's done properly. So this is a recruitment website. You can tell straight away they're based in the north of England and they help for digital talent. There's a second website. They help with construction businesses. You can see that straight away from the term building recruitment and then the videos in the background and even the images. And then the same again with Blue 8 Renewables. So this is a website we created and you'll notice straight away they only focus on renewable installations and they're national specialists, meaning they cover nationwide for their services. If you've got a messy navigation or even no navigation, it's like having a book without chapters. Customers are not going to know where to go to or where to find information. So what you'd ideally want to have is a clean navigation in place. And if it's a new website that you've got or a brand new business, you won't have as many pages. Whereas if you're a bit more of an established business, you may have more pages for different services. Bearing in mind the content that is broken down in all these pages is a lot better for SEO purposes because Google and AI searches will then have more information to find about your business online, which they'll then be able to share online even more. And that takes me to principle 3 about sharing your brand online. Make sure your branding matches throughout. You want to make sure not only on the website your logo colors are matching throughout, or even on buttons and call to actions, but you also want to make sure it's the same across your social media, even your email signature. So to give you an idea again, this is another website we've created for a client of ours, and you'll notice their logo's got shades of blue in there and white in the background. There are no other colors throughout the website for this service, and when you hover on it, everything changes to match the branding. And then it's the same again on another client's website that we've actually done called Pride Accounting. You'll notice the color shades here are all consistent throughout. Again, we've added slight little hover effects in place, and when they're not in place, all the colors from the font styles to the background colors are all matching consistently as well. Principle 4 is when we're reviewing businesses online and they're seeing what their digital footprint's like, where they've missed off any social proof. They've got no Trustpilot reviews, no Google reviews, or any testimonials even displayed on their website or anywhere online that customers can find. So number 1, collecting reviews, and number 2, displaying them on your website. You don't really want them buried onto a separate page, but having them on the main landing pages or even on a footer section of your website, which is at the bottom, so that it can be showed throughout the entire website. And if you don't want to add it everywhere, you can add it just simply on the home page, because that's majority of where most people will land first, is on your home page of your website. Here's an example where we've put in place review icon straight away. So this is on the first page as soon as you land onto it. And then as you scroll down, there's some more reviews here. And we've added an animation bar in place as well, which are fetched through Google directly. And if you wanted to take it even a step further, you can add in video reviews like this. So you've got your normal reviews up here, and you can actually have video reviews here in place where customers can actually watch and click the actual video review. And principle 5 will be using real photos, not stock images or free libraries. If you can avoid using stock images and actually provide real images for your business website, it will not only make your website look more professional, but it will also build up authority and authenticity within your business, because you've got real photos, real premises, a real team, and work actually that you've completed. So if you look at Blue 8 Renewables website, you'll notice they've got actual photos of people on the job where they've been working before, along with maintenance, along with EV charging. So what you'll notice on the Blue 8 Renewables website is a lot of their photos are all real photos. The only time they've used stock photos is if it's relating to a brand product or if it's relating to their social media. Whereas if we go to JTC Roofing, everything that they've got in place is of jobs they've completed, building up the authenticity for clients to actually view over their website. And all this is literally doing is just building up more trust, with potential clients. By the way, if you're a business owner struggling to generate leads through your website and actual customers, I've put together a free digital footprint health check. It will actually show you what's holding your website back from generating any inquiries. The link's in the description below. Let's go on to principle 6. Having videos on your website will not only increase your engagement time, but actually you can show more valuable content. So if somebody doesn't want to read a blog, they've got a video in place to actually watch, which was simply, you could have multiple videos on your website. It could be completed jobs, it could be the team, it could even be welcome messages or technical guides relating to your products or services. But with these videos, once it starts increasing your engagement time, search engines will be able to pick up that your website is providing valuable content. Principle 7 is having clear call to actions. So I may have mentioned it earlier on in the video around the branding and consistency throughout the site, but having clear call to actions on your website to increase the inquiries is very important. If you've not got it in place, you could potentially be losing more inquiries than you'll actually know. And here's some examples of it. So with JTC Roofing, we actually generate them over 25 organic inquiries per month without the use of paid ads. They've got call to action buttons here, and if we keep scrolling down, call to actions to lead into different pages or even looking at different projects, and then a contact form towards the bottom as well. And you've also got the telephone numbers and email addresses being clickable. So if users want to get in touch via an email or a telephone, they can do. The same with Blue 8 Renewables. We've done similar concept of having clear call to actions in place. So you've got straight away different pricing packages and then getting a quote or learn more at our YouTube channel. Principle 8 would be having a live chat. If you've not implemented a live chat on your website and you're an e-commerce business or a service-based business, chances are you're most likely losing clients. And the only reason for that is because users will come online. If they want to ask a question and there's nowhere to ask a question, they'll just disappear, go to a different website if they can't be bothered to pick up a phone. Or if it's after working hours, a live chat can be implemented and be working 24/7 around the clock. So for example, we have a live chat here for Blue 8 Renewables. This is now powered with AI to actually answer questions for support, but also answer questions for new inquiries. And if you don't want a live chat in place, you can even have it linking into a business WhatsApp. Here's an example of what the WhatsApp icon can look like at the bottom of your website. We've done this for another client of ours called Treasury First. And you can see if you click WhatsApp, it will then simply send you directly to a WhatsApp page where you can open and get in touch and message straight away if you're on a desktop. And if you're using a mobile, it'll just change your screen straight away into a WhatsApp message icon so you can get in touch with the client or company. And the last principle, which is another common one that's forgotten about for most business owners, is having a strategic plan. What you don't want to do is just think, I need an online presence, and that's it. You want to define the goal. There's multiple goals you could have. One could be to increase inquiries organically. Another one could be to run paid ads. Another one could be to scale the business. Another one could be to promote different services by using paid ads or organic traffic. Another one could be to share resources like documents or downloading documents so you don't have to do it manually. But simply without a plan, you're wasting time and money on something that essentially does nothing. If you're generating the right traffic, a website can essentially become a 24/7 sales machine. So those are the 9 website principles that will help blow up your business online and generate more leads and increasing conversions. You can simply take everything that I've shown you today and start implementing some of the points. You don't need to do all of them, but if you start implementing some of the points into your business website, chances are you'll start to see an increase in traffic or you'll see an increase in conversions. But the reality is most business owners are probably busy to implement it themselves, just wasting months and months of time. If you'd like us to just do a free digital footprint of your business website and your complete online presence, we'll benchmark it against some of your top leading competitors within your industry, whether they're local or national, and see why they're performing and your website's not performing, and build out a complete roadmap for 90 to 180 days to actually make sure your website is successful, generating your leads so you're not having to sit there looking for your next potential client. Also, don't forget to check out our last video up here, and don't forget to subscribe to the channel if you found it useful. Thanks for watching.